Welcome back, traders, and today we are going to look at the three Bitcoin miners, Mara, BitDigital, and Bitfarms, and just do a quick analysis of what's going on here today. So I've been posting about how I think these are going to fall, and since Friday of last week, now we're in Tuesday, it has been falling quite dramatically. As you can see here, we went from a peak of 1987 down to a trough of 1655. Right now we're settling just under $17 at 1682. I drew this downward channel off of a 1 hour candle. You can see right now I'm looking at 30-minute candles. Top of the 1 hour candle, bottom of the 1 hour candle, and the 30-minute, that's two candles, but I drew that, headed downward along Friday's path, and you see it's just kind of been bouncing around in the bottom half of that channel, sometimes exiting it, and we're staying inside it still, and we're still respecting that downward channel. The middle of it, the 20 moving average on the 30-minute is coming down into alignment with that center line for the downward channel, and we are respecting that 20 MA. And you see down here in red is the 200. We're probably going to see a collision course with the 20 MA and the 200 here with Mara. Once it gets underneath this line here at 1680 and holds beneath it, you see today it never quite held beneath it. It went under it. The candle closed down there, but it immediately went back in up above it into the channel. I think since we're reaching a point where price will still follow this channel and could potentially break below 1680, we'll see it break below this, what I want to call a bear flag right in here, and come beneath this fairly weak support and enter into stronger support down below in this region, 1530, 1550-ish area. And if that doesn't hold, we'll be going down into the 13, this area, which is a strong support, and then we'll be entering the strongest support. Let me get into the 1 day. The strongest support, which is in this area here, between $11 and $8.50 in this range. That's where I want to pick some up. I did sell my Mara at $18 when it did not bounce, and I'm expecting it to kind of come, make some bear flags in this area, $15, $16 range, and then continue on downward maybe for another month or so. That's what I'm seeing with Mara. That's the expectation. You can see my levels here as it comes down. Let's take a look at BT. All right, I got a lot more going on here. You can see here on Friday we have the tweezers at the top, went up to 460, and then it just came down, down, respecting that 5 EMA. It's a common one on the 30-minute chart. It's respecting that 5 EMA. Actually, this is a 10-minute chart. Respecting that 5 EMA. Hit the 200. Never broke below the 200. Went flat, basically at the 200. Popped up to the top of this channel that I drew here, based off of this candle here and the starting of the taper here on this red candle. And went to the top of the channel, came back to the middle, back to close to the top, all the way to the bottom of that channel, where it formed this sort of selling channel, which was mirrored here, back to the middle, broke out of that upward channel. This is where things got interesting. So the this is where it got interesting because the 20 eventually crossed beneath the 200 on the 10-minute, and that's where I started seeing selling channel followed by another selling channel. And I bet you if I were to mirror this selling channel, or clone it rather, and put it in here, it'd probably line up decently well. Yeah, kind of just staying right in there. So kind of went up in an upward channel. I expect once it breaks this line here, it'll go sideways. But my expectation is if I delete some of these channels that already broke out of this one, so that doesn't matter, broke out of this one, so it doesn't matter. I am expecting with this one that we're going to do a bear flag in between $4.08 and $3.95 for a while. As you can see, top to the bottom, to the top of it, to the bottom of it, just a little bit below to the top of it. Now we're on our way back down to the bottom. If it breaks underneath this, then we are going to this line down here, where we'll find some support at 377, and then let me get a longer time frame here to the 30-minute. If it breaks this line here, we're looking at support at 350 to 330. It's not very strong support. The strongest support comes in at about $3. We got all this, and the absolute strongest support on BTBT is going to take a moment to load, isn't it? The strongest support is going to be down here at 150, though I don't expect it to get there. I expect it to get caught up between $3 and 250-ish, kind of bounce around in there, find buyers in there, and then continue on upward again. Of course, if it gets down to this level, this 150 level, I'll be buying a lot of it. So, and let's look at the last one, BitF Farms. Same kind of thing. Friday was the peak. We broke out of this upward channel, which we'd done before, but last time it broke out and almost immediately started going back into it. This time it broke out, tried to go up, didn't quite make it even halfway, failed, and then broke down much further. Now we're going flat after we crossed under the 20, went back up to touch it, came all the way down. We're meeting the 20 again. We're trading beneath the 5 on the 30-minute. We are, just like with Mara, on a collision course with the 200 down at 170. And if we go beneath that 200-day moving average, we're looking at or that 200 moving average, we're looking at coming down to this ascending trend line that I have down here, which will probably meet somewhere around the 160, 155 range. Yeah, probably the 160 will probably match up with this formation right here. Before eventually breaking down into this box where we have some strong support between 150 and 140. If that breaks, we get real strong support down in the 120 to 112 region. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking for. Right now, this right here looks a bit like a bear flag. Just needs to break beneath this line, and then we're going down. So for now, it looks like the move is downward. A couple of these are looking like they're possibly forming a head and shoulder pattern with the left shoulder, head, came to the bottom here. If we go back up, right shoulder, and if we break this line on the way down, that's the formation and we're coming down. I think that was the same on BTBT, was it? Let's see, 1 hour. No, not really. BTBT is looking more like a distribution pattern where it's going really flat here at the top. So the big sellers can make their sales. And once we break beneath this 380 mark, we'll start seeing further breakdown. With Mara, same kind of thing. It's just straight up, almost straight down, but not quite. Here. Yeah, that's looking like a head and shoulders pattern. If I stretch that out a bit, left shoulder, and I even have the neckline already drawn. Left shoulder, head, tossable right shoulder back up to 1787. And if we break down below this 1680 and hold beneath it, we're breaking down probably down into the $15 range, maybe even all the way down to 13. So that's what we're looking at today. Good luck out there and have a profitable day.